I'm from a place where the hustle down bad. You'll see a little cake, they'll put them on your fast. Boys with the badge or the monkeys with the mask. Or broke down bitch always begging for a bag.
We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Bougie Boss. This musician in front of me is an underdog residing out of Palm Beach County, Florida.
Yes, sir.
Representing that B.T.O. if you didn't know.
Gang shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, young whippersnappers, the Sunchild J. Wall is in the building.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Most definitely. We are here in the building. Jay Wall is joining us. I appreciate you making that ride down
Thank you
here.
for having me.
How was your commute? How was the ride?
Oh, it wasn't too bad, bro.
Yeah. Were you up here already?
Nah, I was actually up there, but I started moving around, and I'm already gonna be down here for the rest of the day. So.
Okay.
So
okay.
It wasn't too bad. You know, like it's light traffic in the middle of the day, but you know, down south, 5 o'clock, it's over.
So what? Let me ask you, what are you doing after this?
After this, studio,
okay.
and then vibes. Yeah, but studio for sure.
Okay. All right, we got Jay Wall joining us on the Bougie Boys.
Yes, sir.
B.T.O. ENT, is that beating the odds?
Beating the odds.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. And what made you go with that as far as an entertainment situation?
Yeah, I know it sound like generic, right? But
right.
To be honest, I don't know. Like somebody has said it to me, and I've heard it before. But you know, I think the time that I was going through in my music career and like kind of the trials and tribulations I had, I kind of needed something that was like a brand, something that felt most authentic to what I had going on in my movement. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, I just felt like I was just beating all these odds. I was kind of like, everybody already felt like, because I kind of came out rapping like out of nowhere. So everybody already, you know, casted their doubt in me. So I kind of I was like on my beating the odds, kind of proving people wrong type of thing.
Okay.
So it felt most authentic to the time, and you know, I just ran with it. But that's kind of how it went.
Okay. Is it just you?
Nah. It's a family of us. So I got my cameraman, you know what I'm saying?
Cinematographer?
Yeah, of course. I got my cameraman, shout out to B.T.O. I got my peoples that's like, you know, close to me, friends, which at this point I consider them brothers, you know what I'm saying? But at the beginning, they were pretty much my compass in how I got shit done. And excuse me if I curse. I don't know if we can curse.
No, you can curse. Go ahead.
All right, bet. Yeah, they were kind of like my compass and kind of told me, you know, nah, drop this or nah, this, not that. And
right.
I don't really hang around people that's gonna tell me, yeah, nah, everything is going. So I use them to.
So you like to have honest people around you, people that give you constructive criticism.
Absolutely. How can we further
into bettering you and bettering the situation?
And not even just the music. It could be how can we further what we got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How can we bring money back to the camp? How can we monetize everything that we do, and you know, and we look at what we put out and what we get back, you know. So
how did we get to this point? When did music become a real thing in your life, and the journey for the rap success? When did that begin?
I've been doing music for like 3 years. Yeah, I've been doing music for 3 years. I kind of came out of nowhere with it. You know, we got to this point because I had a song, Him. It's at 32, 35 million streams now.
You got a song called Him that's 32 to 35 million streams on what platform?
Yeah. SoundCloud got 32.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. So
Go ahead.
A lot of stuff changed after that. You know what I'm saying? I started getting more traction. You know, of course, labels, A&R started reaching out, different artists. So ever since then, I kind of just been running with it. You know what I'm saying? It's opened a lot of doors and opportunities, and now we trying to get that next big one.
So what made that song go in for you like that?
At the time, Lil Baby dropped the song We Paid.
Okay.
And the producer, shout out to Ray Sam, a producer, he had dropped the beat around like the same type of sonic sound. You know what I'm saying? It didn't sound, so when I listened to it, it didn't sound exactly like the We Paid beat, but it sounded like similar, like I've heard this before, but I can't put my finger on it. So I said, nah, I'm gonna hop on this, and I'm gonna give it to them like this, so that, and I know they're gonna mess with it because We Paid going crazy.
So it was a situation where like you used a Lil Baby beat.
It was Lil Baby influenced, Lil Baby inspired.
Got you.
Because the producer already made the beat sounding like the We Paid beat, but it wasn't exactly down to it. So it already sounded in a way like that beat, like it had the same 808s and the same loops and the same, but it wasn't down to the same nitty gritty. So when you listen to it, the consumer listen to it, they're like, yo, I've heard this before. But
Okay,
it's not,
I get it.
It's not the same.
So when you Jay Wall in the building joining us on Bougie Bars, when you do that though, and people think, okay, you're seeing that it's not the same, but it's the same. It's like an offspring of the Lil Baby record, right?
Yeah, it's familiar.
Okay, so now, do you feel like when you're doing that and now they're checking it out, so they might just be hitting play on that to see what it's about?
Yeah.
Now when you get that, when traction starts to build, how did you follow up with that?
How I followed up, I just kept putting out music. I kept it. What I did was, I pretty much said, all right, bet I'm gonna apply the same formula that I've been making my music. I saw that like dumb people started to really pay attention. They started to really look labels. Everybody started to look, okay, bet what are we gonna see out of him next? You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to be a victim of my success, but I also knew, boom, I have to keep giving them something. So I put out Till We Meet Again 2, which is my follow-up project to Till We Meet Again 1.
Okay.
Put that out. And then I kind of been putting out singles. But right now I'm in a situation where I'm about to put out a whole new flock of music going into the new year. So I just been really being consistent with the videos, consistent with the music, and I've kind of been cultivating the fan base. People have been discovering me through him, and then they've been seeing the rest of my catalog and just falling in love with the rest of the music. So that's but I kind of just been keep adding it to the catalog, keep giving them different flavors and really trying everything. Cause even like when I made him was just like every other song I went into, you know what I'm saying? More of an experiment, keeping it open, keeping it real, like, keeping it real, authentic. And I feel like I should apply that same formula to my next group of music and keep applying it. But now I'm through the music business, I've learned like I gotta actually market my music and I gotta do certain things that engage with a certain audience and find my audience. So it's been different now, and I go into the studio with a much more different and more direct mindset. But it's definitely been a big change in how I make my music, but I still apply the same formula. That's how I follow up. I just keep putting out that music, keep putting out what I know the people want to hear type shit.
I saw in the interview that you spent so much. You said that you spent so much money learning what not to do.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that, please?
All right, bet. So, I was pretty much, when I first started making music, you know, a lot of people didn't really even believe in what I had going on, and they didn't really see, you know, how people is. Like, when you want to do something and go out on a limb, you know, most people are going to either put doubt or they're just going to see what you do, and hopefully you make something up. Hopefully your actions, you put your words into actions. And it was kind of one of those situations for me. And so but I didn't, going into the music, I didn't know a lot of the stuff. I didn't know promoters. I didn't know marketing and stuff like that. So I was spending a lot of my money trying to market, push my music, and pay for, you know, plays and playlists. And I was just realizing like, oh, I'm on a fake playlist, or like I never got a playlist engagement, or my streams never changed, or, you know. So I had to go through a lot of people, like a lot of promotional people and a lot of marketing people that offer services for streaming and artists that like pry on little artists. And then I had to really
prey on little artists.
Gotcha. My bad. They prey on little artists, and so I spent like dumb money into that. I probably spent like $2,000 to $5,000 in just money that I never got back. But it helped me narrow down to the people that really is on their shit, really is doing what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, I still like the people that I messed with, and I realized, oh, they're a real one, or their services is actually what it is. I like, to this day, I still keep in touch, keep ties, build rapport. So it's one of those things. December
3rd, you tweeted, quote, "A lot of people changed up. Glad that I saved up," end quote. What led to that tweet?
Oh yeah. That was actually a Meek lyric. Meek had He had just dropped that new song with Friday. I had tweeted it because I felt that like a lot of people saved up. Glad that I
saved up. Okay, yeah, because we applaud that.
Nah, most of. It's one of those things. I felt that because it's one of those things where like you know, a lot of people sometimes when you don't got nobody, a lot of people put all their eggs in one basket for somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, lately I've been on something where I've been on a type of vibe where I still got relationships with people, but I keep it reserved for me, so that way, like if that bridge burn, or you know what I'm saying, or it falls out, it don't kill me,
Right.
or it don't destroy me. So I just keep a little reserve. So when I heard that bar, I felt that like that's lit.
Let's talk social media.
sir.
November 17th, you tweeted, quote, "Why do people like they own picture on IG? I don't understand that shit." End quote. Do you consider that to be a weird thing?
Bro, that shit is, I don't get it, because I guess it's love to yourself, but social media, how I use it is like, boom, I only use it to promote my music.
Yeah,
So I just
exactly.
put my pictures out, put my videos out,
Right.
see the engagement. But like, I figured that's what it was for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I got an old soul sometimes when I say shit like that, because like, bro, I literally just put out my stuff. So when I see people liking their own pictures, I'm like, it ain't even changed.
That make no sense.
It don't add 100 likes on top of your shit. It add 1 like. So I'm trying to figure out where the.
And how old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm 22.
Okay. All right, Jay Wall joining us on the Bougie Boys. I just wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, nah.
How hard is it to stay relevant in your city, never mind the rap game as a whole?
All right, bet. So my city, it's extremely hard, because I think that people in my city, they've never even seen a star. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Seen a famous person?
yeah,
Okay,
like,
gotcha,
and
gotcha.
I'm gonna even explain that. I'm gonna elaborate on that. Like, they've never seen somebody that comes to the school and gives back or performs for the school, and everybody skips class and
Right,
runs
to go
out
watch.
into the parking lot, and they seen like, yo, like, he's from here and he did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that my city has ever seen that. Like, we've had
Palm Beach hasn't had like how Broward has Kodak or Dade
Yeah,
County's
yeah,
got Ross
yeah,
and
you
Trick
know what
and
I'm
all
saying?
that.
And
Oh, you're right. Palm Beach don't have.
yeah,
you don't
or
have,
how Atlanta got Baby, or how all these other
Well,
places.
Rod Wave is what Ports.
Rod Wave is St. Petersburg,
St.
Tampa,
Petersburg,
but
okay.
Tampa's his area.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So still Tampa has somebody
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
that stepped
So,
out, right.
like, I feel like we don't got to rap. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people in the community, in the city, that do make good music, make hard music, and there's people that have made it farther than others.
So why hasn't the most talented person out of Palm Beach County, why hasn't the community gotten behind that and said, okay, we're gonna bust him through the door?
I think it could be a little bit of ego. It could be a little bit of I think a lot of the times people put down to people when they feel like they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I've had a lot of people that, one day you close with them and y'all making music, or y'all super locked in, that y'all exchanging resources, and the next day, like, y'all kind of separate, y'all keep going on y'all paths, and then they not really messing with you, they not supporting you. But at the time of the highest engagement, when y'all was exchanging resources, it seemed like they was messing with you.
Right.
But now that you guys are, you like, bet, I'm on my own path, I still got to keep going.
Right.
And you don't check on somebody for one day, they're not supporting you no more.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's one of those things where it's hard. You got to really make it and show it and prove people like, yo, I'm him, I'm here, and I feel like that's at least my theory to it, for them to be like, yo, we respect it, we put respect on it. And sometimes it take that.
What would you have done differently the last year of your grind as a musician?
Last year,
This year, just say this year, because this year's over.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
let's. What would you have done differently this year?
I would say what I would have done different is definitely been more open to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be talking to my management about it. They be on me. They're like, bro, you never post, you never do nothing, you never, like, in terms of engaging with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, show them who you is, show them that you cool, show them you crack jokes. I think I didn't do enough.
So
of
it's
that.
not a networking thing. It's just more of opening up personality wise.
Yeah, because I be knowing a lot of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people cool with me. I go places and it's love. But it's one of those things where, like, I never just, like, even though, like, how I said I got an old soul, it could kind of play against you in this new world and this new time we living in, where, people is talking to their phone and they're like, "Hey guys, guess what happened?"
Right. Right.
So, and I'm not that person. So it
ain't a millennial thing
Yeah,
with you.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
you think
yeah,
just
yeah.
young people automatically want to just show every goddamn
yeah,
thing. But,
yeah.
So you got the old soul.
But
That's
for
what's up.
that, it sell.
Right.
That's where people fall in love with you as a fan.
Well, I still think there's an importance and there's something nice about being intriguing and having mystery.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I think when you give them too much, then it becomes too much. Now they all figured it out. So I think we have to have a balance of it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They don't need to know. I remember a personality, one of the guys I studied coming up in the game, starring Buck Wild, and he was like, man, people don't need to know everything you eating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't need to see every single plate of food that you're eating. You know what I mean? I think you still have to keep some things to yourself.
Absolutely.
But I think you're doing it the right way. And I think because you're 22, as you get older, just control the narrative on what you want them to see.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's really been a whole lot of that. But even with having that balance, you know what I'm saying? I think that I can openly acknowledge and say that I haven't really. And even me, I feel like I be seeing people like I want to touch people. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that I give advice to, I talk to, we chop it up, we crack jokes. But you know what I'm saying? It's I think that my fans, they deserve to see that side of me, like the people that really love my music and embrace my music. So I think that in terms of what I think I could have improved on, I could have been more, touching the fans. But I think that come in time too, like you said.
What talk to me about is it a distribution deal you got with Orchard?
Yeah, I got a distribution with Orchard.
Okay,
so,
and can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. It's not too crazy. I'm in a distribution with Orchard right now.
Okay.
Orchard Sony. And we kind of been working since we going on 2 years now. 2 years.
Okay.
I got a distribution with them. I got about a couple singles left, and then I'm out of there and I'm on to the next big thing.
How are you funding your
How
career?
am I funding it?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much funding it through my own pockets
Okay.
and through, my management and production team, and however we could grab our resources together, networking, meeting people. It's really been a whole lot of, it's really field work, trench work, however we could get it. But it's pretty much like how everybody else is doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying to making ends meet however we could do it. It's never right now, like it didn't been some times where, like we didn't been to places and we like, damn, we didn't made it to this point. And sometimes even though we made it to that point, we might have had to been in that hotel out in LA, 4 people in the bed in the hotel room. You know what I'm saying? Everybody line up, take a shower. So, it's all of them times where you like, okay, bet, we took 2 steps forward, but we had to take 1 step back, but we were going forward. So, it's a whole lot of everything. Definitely.
Yeah. J. Wall joining us on the Bougie Bars. I wanna if you could, you elaborated on funding your career. Craziest thing you had another artist ask from you.
Craziest thing I had another artist
That you just thought was crazy, because everybody got their definition of crazy, but what you just thought was just a head scratcher.
All right, bet. I mean, I don't know. This is just me, because I'm kind of like I don't really be like, I don't like people in my personal space. So boom, right? I have a studio in my crib. I built a studio in my crib, but I built it in my room because I be in my room most of the time. Whether if I'm however it be, I got my studio in my crib. So I engineer, and I got people that like I engineer to a point where they be like, bro, like what studio do you go to? And I be telling them like, bro, I engineer my crib, I master, send it off, however. And they be like, bro, like you could come and like I could engineer and I could just pay you and you could engineer me at the crib. And I be like, bro, no, absolutely not. I mean, I didn't had a couple like homeboys that's like real cool that they already been to the crib. Like of course we making music, we doing what we do, but like there didn't been some far left people. I'm like, bro, like you tripping. You pull up to the crib and record it in the room. You wildin'. But other than that, I really haven't had no like crazy shit that niggas is asking.
Okay.
Nah, not no crazy shit.
What if you could have a constructive conversation with one person, dead or alive, over dinner, who would that be and why?
Dead or alive? I would say my uncle. My uncle Hovain.
So somebody, okay.
Yeah. R.P. Hovain.
Is it because of just you miss your uncle? When I'm asking this question, I don't necessarily expect you to say family members. I'm just talking about somebody on the outside looking in. Somebody that you're looking at.
100%. And I'm gonna pull you in. So boom, right? My uncle, like R.P. Hovain, my uncle, he was a manager. He was a manager for cinematic management. Okay. And he just passed away of a heart attack like about 2 weeks ago.
How old is he?
39. Passed away young. Yep. So he passed away of a heart attack. But he's been managing. He managed Troy Ave. He managed
Troy Ave.
Yeah,
Oh,
he managed Lil Kel. He managed
Okay.
Young and Ace, a couple other different people. And highly respected in the industry.
Young,
and
was he?
stuff like that.
He just had a heart problem?
Yeah. He was, he was heavy, so you know how that goes.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
100%.
Too much weight on the heart.
Yeah, 100%. So
Yeah.
he but before he passed,
He was big, huh?
Yeah. But before he passed, we was we kind of had a falling out because I felt like, damn, like you a manager, you got connects, and like I don't really want your resources. I don't want you to give me a handout, but like, yo, show me the way. Like, show me show me,
okay.
like tell me, like, bro, this is not it. Tell me, like,
Okay, but what was your relationship with him? Why didn't he just give you
Well,
that?
so our relationship, he stayed in New York. I moved down to Florida. I was born in New York, and then I moved down to Florida.
Okay.
But
Like
while
me.
I stayed in New York and while I would go out to visit, that was my uncle. Like, that's my mom's brother.
Get it?
So we always had a good relationship growing up. It was never smoke. But
Until you wanted to be a rapper.
until I wanted to be a rapper, and it was me being young, me being like, you know what I'm saying, like help me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's a tough love type of person.
Yeah, but he also gonna make you. He wants to test you and see how bad you want.
How
it.
bad you want
It's not
it.
just gonna give you all the
Absolutely.
jewels. He got to see you fall a few times before he tell you how to get up. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's
so.
you gotta go
And
ahead.
this is before the 32 million streams. This is before everything. This is I'm falling out with somebody that I'm like, yo, like I feel like they're not helping me.
Right.
And like this is before my label, and then as soon as I got signed to the label, and I'm really seeing how the music business is, and everything's coming 360, and I'm just like, damn, like, but we became like he lived in Georgia now before he passed, and I had saw him in Georgia. But we was cool. We had a good conversation, and I apologized, and we had
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had, but to answer your question, if I were to have a conversation with him, I would have with somebody.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
It would be him.
I got it.
100%.
I got it. And I want to just state this for the record because I was talking with my brother.
Yeah.
And he knows somebody that's affiliated with a big time Hall of Famer rapper.
Absolutely.
And he expects like the rapper, his partner should be in a better situation because he's affiliated with the rapper.
Yep.
He's got songs with the rappers, et cetera, et cetera. But you can't expect just because you're around somebody, you're automatically supposed to be entitled to give it money.
Yep.
There is a saying where just show me where the water is at. I'll figure out how to drink it myself.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we got to get back into that. There's a reason why Baby from Cash Money doesn't give nobody royalties. If you ever listen to that Tiger interview,
Yeah.
Cash Money has never gave him a royalty check,
Yeah.
never paid him for anything, but you're allowed to use the brand. So if you can't go out there and get booked in the clubs on your own for Young Money,
That's
if
on
you
you.
can't charge people for features because you are a Young Money representative, that's on you. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
I just want that to be out there for everybody that thinking that, because you're affiliated, you're connected with something, it's just supposed to be, nah.
Yeah.
Bring
and,
something to the
and
table.
it was a major lesson. It was a major lesson and take.
And you're
back
young.
from
You're
that.
22.
Yep,
I mean,
yep.
I get it.
Yep.
I get it. Jay Wall joining us on the Bougie Bars. What is Jay Wall doing in 2023 to stand out from the rest of his rap peers?
2023
In a real way.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you in a real way. Right now, man, we trying to crack the code. I'm trying to drop a track, and I'm trying to deliver music to a magnitude of like, I feel like in the longest time, people are starving for a hit. We're starving for something that's a monumental song.
Right.
I feel like it's been a while since I've heard a song, and I'm like, yo, this song brings me to that level. Like, yo, I can't believe they playing this right now. And I think right now the game, I think the music, we're missing that. Like, I feel like we're making. I just told my partner the other day, we making fast food music. Like a lot of music that's being put out is fast food music.
Yes, it's in today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%. And people's attention spans are smaller, which makes it makes it harder for the artist to penetrate, because now you really gotta get in front of all of the clutter and the smoke and the mirrors to stand out. So but we not scared of that. I feel like all of that pressure will make you a beast. I feel like that's gonna push you to the point to make that big music, that monumental music, that generational sound changing music. So 2023, we're on that. Right now we trying to find that. We trying to find something. We trying to gauge and engage. We trying to tap into an audience that can completely change the situation, completely bring it to the next level. So 100%.
All right, J Wall, we gonna start moment of truth. Moment of truth is
Yes,
when I
sir.
state things,
Oh,
and
shit.
whatever I state, if it's true, you say true. If it's false, you can say false and elaborate why it's false. And if you
right.
choose not to answer, you can say pass.
All right, baby.
All right, you've gotten more support from your music career. You've gotten more support with your music career from Palm Beach County residents than any other county in Florida.
False.
Why is that false?
Because, man,
Or how is it false? I
Palm
should
Beach,
say.
man, I love my city, but they like I said, man, we don't got a star. They like the bigger artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Rod Wave has performed at our city, Lil Durk, Baby, and wherever they perform at in the same place in Palm Beach, it's flooded.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we need something for ourselves that we could be proud of.
Isn't that? And I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. But isn't it that in every city? I think
is.
every artist would say that.
100%, and that's why I think I heard Rick Ross said it. You know, like that's why I believe I'm a strong believer that you gotta touch other places sometimes in the world and let your city show, like, turn around and see, damn, like, you're getting love, like they love you, and
Right,
sometimes
right.
and your city will turn around and embrace you. Like, I'm
Yeah.
fully confident that my city will stand behind me one day, or really get right. And like, of course, I still got enough people in the city that really like, yo, I fuck with your emotion. I see what you got going on. I respect it. But as a city, just the consumers, like I want the kids in high school to feel it. You know what I'm saying? When we drop music on that Friday, I want them like in PE, like, bro, that boy just dropped on Friday.
Right. That's how it was when we was in high school.
Yeah.
When Pac dropped All Eyes on Me,
Man.
we skipped school to go to the mall and
I'm
get
telling
it.
you, I'm
yeah,
telling
those
you.
days, yeah. It's because it's so cluttered. It
Yeah.
wasn't everybody. The difference between your era and my era, when you rapped in my era and you sucked, you would never want to rap again because
Yeah.
they gonna put
gonna
you
fry
on. They
you
gonna
up.
put you on the spot.
They gonna fry you up.
Where now you can just block the person and then you don't have to read their comment. You can't run from
Yeah.
it back in my era. You
Yep.
know what I
Yep.
mean? That's the difference. That's
Absolutely.
the significant difference. When attending industry, so that was false. When attending industry events, you check the energy of the room before interacting with people.
True.
You've thought about quitting a few times since you first started recording music on a high level.
True. I would say that. Yeah, true,
Yeah?
for sure. Yeah.
You've experienced writer's block before.
True. I don't believe in writer's block, though.
Okay.
Like I've definitely got into I definitely be getting stuck whenever, like, if I'm not clearing the head or whatever. But
Right.
I don't believe in like real writer's block. I think that, like, if once you tell yourself that, it's gonna make it 10 times worse.
There were times with the music game that you didn't prepare yourself for the moment at hand.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And
I
what did you
remember
learn
my first show, man. Oh man. I said, boy. My first show, I said, man, I'll never let this happen again, man. I got out there, man. All my homeboys said, listen, we finna sing your song when we get on the stage. You finna turn that shit up. Man, I got on the stage, forgot all my words. I'm like, bro, they just playing it. I'm just holding the mic, waving it. I'm like, man, let this be done.
Yeah.
But you know, I had put myself in position for shows after that and stuff like that, and it was over after that. Like,
So you understood, you learned you learned the lesson of preparation and why it's needed.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like, even like sometimes you feel weird like practicing it. Like, oh, I'm not gonna rehearse this. Like,
Right.
I gotta rehearse or speak in the mirror, all of that stuff. It works because you need that. You need that.
So we've been true a lot. Your circle got a lot smaller than you imagined after pursuing a music career.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you make it smaller or it just happened?
I think it just happened naturally.
Yeah.
I think, some people, cause making music is like, I always tell, my parents or like people who are kind of like looking at my career and like, yo, like, how's it going? When I think that I always tell them, like, Rome doesn't build overnight.
Yeah.
And I think through the time, a lot of people that were with me, I still mess with them. Some people I don't mess with. Some people I am cool with. But, some people, it's like a train. You know what I'm saying? We on a train right now. Some people get off. Some people hop
Yeah.
on. But this train,
The bus stop
it's still
analogy.
going.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
So
agree with that. And I'm gonna ask this last one. You probably wonder where this come from. You have a favorite adult performer?
a favorite adult performer. False.
Okay. You watch porn?
Oh, you talking about? Hey, you talking about porn? I'm thinking you talking about music. I'm like, nah,
Adult performer.
Oh,
Adult
I thought
performer.
you said something else for a second.
You have a favorite adult performer?
Nah. I still don't.
have
I
one?
still don't. I
You
still
don't?
don't.
Okay.
Nah.
You
Whatever.
never had one porn star out there that you used to check for?
Yeah.
Who? Let me know the name.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I could do.
No, it's got to be the one that you know, like
the
coming
one
up.
that I know.
The one that you like, yeah.
Coming up.
Like just the one. Who's the one? Who's the one? Like, damn, that's the one adult performer I always know.
Okay, I don't know if I don't know. Cause I be on some new shit, you know what I'm saying? But
you be on some new shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
so who's
I
the
don't
new?
go to
Who's
the
the new?
scene.
Talk to me about the new performer. Because I know you don't know who you're sitting in front of, but I want to just throw this at you. So go ahead.
Listen, I'm not saying the new performer. What I'm saying is what I be doing is I be going to a new video. I can't go to the same performer every single time.
Okay,
So I don't be
but
knowing
which performer
But the
out
performer
there?
I can remember, like
Right.
I'm like, she went crazy. I gotta go back.
Okay.
Valerie K.
Valerie K.
Dumb.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I know who. I definitely know who Valerie.
Dumb.
Oh, okay. Who else? Give me another one.
Another one. Valentina Jules. Dumb. But these is turning into old ladies now. They on their way out. They on their way out.
So who is there any new ones out there that you see?
I don't be.
You don't know their
remembering
names
the
like
ones.
that?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't be
gotcha,
knowing the names.
Got you. Yeah, I just threw that at you. All right, man. Jay Wall joining us
For
on
sure,
the
for
Bougie
sure.
Boys. Before we get out of here, I should have asked the idea of what you call it there. But anyways, before we get out of here, can you let everybody know what to expect from you next year and your social media platforms you want them to check out?
You can follow me on JWall, B.T.O on Twitter, JWall, JAYWA11 on Instagram. You already know what it is, man. A whole lot of gang shit, big B.T.O shit. Listen, we dropping big music, big videos, big content all next year. 23, we shining down. I plan on being on Rolling Loud next year.
Yeah, we can applaud that.
That's where we at with it. We trying to take it to the next level. So a whole lot of gang shit. Yeah.
Jay Wall, we appreciate you, man. I think you got your head on your shoulder. Just keep getting better, keep preparing as much as you can for every moment, and keep your head on the swivel, and hopefully we'll have you back in the future, and we'll have a whole nother conversation to talk about.
Absolutely.
Jay Wall
sure.
joining us on the Bougie Bars, and we are checking out.
Gang.
Yay!
All right.